Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Tangledeep Dawn of Dragons. I was talking about going into the Elemental Lair next, right? Because we could pick up Armor Mastery. Obviously, Armor Mastery is very powerful. It's just free extra stats, right? But here's the thing. I don't actually know which Armor Mastery we want. We're currently wearing Heavy Armor, which is, like, the piece of Heavy Armor we have on now is good, right? I like Mirror Plate in general. You know I have feelings about Plate of Bone Crabs, but my concern with this is that if we want to get the 2-piece set bonus for our Band of Wild Nature, which I sort of do, then we have to either wear... The other 2 pieces of the set are a suit of medium armor and a staff that is way worse than the staff that we're currently using. My inclination, obviously, would be to, if we had a choice, to pick the armor. There is no way to change your armor mastery, as far as I'm aware, on a character once it is set, so if we went in there now and got heavy armor mastery because it's the right thing for us in this moment, and then we found the medium armor later, there'd be no way to get the medium armor mastery. So basically, I'm just not 100% sure that we want to commit to heavy armor mastery right now. So I think what we're going to do here is just not do this yet. We are not in any great hurry to pick up our armor mastery. So I think what I'd actually like to do, seeing that we have 1,000 job points, is go do our first class trial. Although I suppose doing our class trials is going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt, because we have, we're going to have to rebuild our bar a little bit. Still, it's probably worth it. Like, the emblem is awfully nice to have. Or we could spend job points on weapon masteries. Actually, I don't even remember what the staff weapon masteries are. They're probably pretty good. Tell me about staff mastery. Masteries focus on area attacks, giving you extra options in between your spells. Oh, you know what I really need is another thing to try to jam onto my bars, right? Force Blast deals more damage if you have lower energy. You know what? Let's pick up these. We will, at the very least, we'll get a passive out of it at some point. Sorry, that's not what I wanted. I want this one. What is the next level of mastery cost? 700, so we're not quite there. Second mastery is Force Resonance. With this technique, your spirit power will rise every time you spend energy. Yeah, okay. I think that's the move. I think we're just gonna get a bunch of weapon masteries. So, how do I feel about maybe going into the staff then? Because we've leveled up since we last looked at that, right? I think we've only leveled up once, but that might be good enough. Equipped stuff. I forgot I was going to sell things before I started recording. Listen, it's been a complicated couple of days. All right, yeah, let's go ahead and put some stuff on this staff. I feel comfortable doing that. So, I think we're probably going to stick with this staff. This is probably our endgame staff, so I'm comfortable putting our skill orbs on it. What do we want to do first? Does it matter much? Let's do the Floriconda. I don't really want the Floriconda pulling things to me. I want it going to the enemies. And we're just going to throw some extra job points into this. This makes our weapon masteries a little bit more distant, but add skill mod. Yeah, I think we want to go ahead and commit to this. Listen, it's not like job points are hard to come by, right? So while we're in here, we have to use our secondary, less fun staff. That's okay. Our pets are doing a significant portion of our damage anyway. It is worth remembering. Oh, that guy's on my team. I was like, why am I not clicking on him? Is accomplishing nothing. But yeah, it's because clicking on him would accomplish nothing. We are not doing this right now. I am focused. We can go into the dream in any item, I believe. Actually, you know what? I might want to summon a spirit. These enemies are not super tough, but I gotta try to get myself out of the habit of only summoning spirits from that thing in extreme emergency situations. Oh, somebody killed a sludge elemental. How dare you? How dare you dodge me? Okay, what is this crystal doing? It is giving extra gold. Okay. Well, you'll be surprised to hear I don't think that needs to be destroyed. Resist shadow, fire, lightning. I mean, we could give this guy a little bit of a prod here. Let's blow up his physical defense a little bit. Okay, that was our summoned elemental. I forgot, I should have hit parting gifts. As soon as we summoned in the new thing, I should have hit parting gifts. Zugma, the guardian arachnoid, just has banisher. That's fine, that's not a big danger. He is not resistant to lightning, that's a shame. Well, we can still set him on fire. I do feel like it can be sometimes a little bit hard to read what's going on in the item dreams. You know, you rely a lot, and it's easy to not even realize that you're doing it. I think our vine might die here, so I'm going to parting gifts real quick. There we go. That had the effect I wanted. It's easy to not even realize you're doing it, but you get into... you learn to use the information you know about the enemies to read the situation on the screen a little bit more quickly, because, you know, there's a lot of squares, man, and a lot of things are happening in those squares. Should be able to resummon by now. So in item dreams, where sometimes enemies are not the thing that they usually are, the situation on the ground can be incomprehensible, or at least not quickly comprehensible. So let's hit him with the acid, break his physical defenses down a little bit, and then hopefully our pets can get some good damage done. Also, I'm taking a huge amount of damage here. What hit me so hard? It doesn't look like anything. I've just been slowly bleeding out over time. Let's not bother with the parting gifts, because he's pretty fire resistant anyway. Also, he's not really paying attention to our pet. I'm going to drop a creeping death on him, maybe. He seems to have a lot of health. Alright, so that'll do a bunch of poison damage, and it'll spread out, so if he chases us, it'll keep hitting him, so you can see the creepy plant thing slowly fanning out from the original site. And then let's cast more spells on him. I got an idea. Why don't we shoot him with the magic? It was nice of him to never hit the Floriconda during any of that. Night Gloves of Might. We got a big sword. If we heal up a little bit... Nope, never mind. Does not affect the Floriconda. Well, I'm just going to hit parting gifts right now. Hopefully, he will be on top of an enemy when he next takes damage. Yeah, like that. Alright, well done, everybody. I think we still haven't seen the stairs. Earn gold from monsters. Ooh, gold frog. I wonder if we might be able to lure that gold frog over into this crystal. It looks like the answer is no. He is very wary. And he's smart enough to know what I'm trying to do. Okay, you are very resistant to physical. That's unfortunate for me. And also, the poison damage that I would use to reduce your physical. Okay, why don't we just start by setting you on fire, and then we'll just hit him with everything. I should probably not stand in the acid. Oh, I am out of energy. Well, in that case, what exactly are my options when I'm only on stamina? Obviously, we can Thorn Splode. I can teleport. I don't really have damage options that are just stamina. Aside from this, which requires a little bit of luck to use. Alright, well, I'll just do that, I guess. Get out of there. Sometimes I don't think these Floricondas even want to survive. We briefly panicked him into the double gold area. My guess is that the double gold area wouldn't do the thing, or the plus 50%, rather, gold area wouldn't do the thing I want. Because the majority of the money that you get for beating a gold frog isn't in the defeat a gold frog message. It's the stuff he drops on the ground. I bet this stuff is not affected by that. Okay. Where in the hell are the stairs? They are over there. No, sorry, that's the teleporter. That goes to the place I do not wish to go. Aha, here we are. A food buffet. Actually, that sounds lovely. Java beans, as you might imagine, are used for making coffee. I don't exactly know what the recipe is. Either in-game or in real life. I have no idea how coffee is made. You know, knowing in real life would be useful, because it would at least allow me to make a guess in the game. When I cast a big fire spell on some wooden boxes, they should probably break from it. Okay. This is actually an interesting question. I feel like our damage is starting to get a little bit soft. Maybe we want to take a little bit more spirit. Not that we're not getting the job done, but we're not getting the job done quite as quickly as I would like. That's all. Ow! That's a big rock. Who just throws a rock at somebody? What's wrong with you? Dudes have no manners. Yeah, I would really like to get the set bonus for the Wild Raiment, because, boy, Floricondas die a lot. Ooh, free Makizushi. I gotta say, this item dream so far has been lovely. I wish they were all like this. Floors aren't too big. It's just free stuff everywhere, or double XP, or not double. Man, I don't know why. I don't know why my brain can't comprehend numbers. Ooh, wow, that guy has been running around gathering all of the food. Listen, here's the thing. I actually have what I would describe as a boy. Just to really underline the point, my brain has now forgotten the word that I already had loaded up. A semi-elaborate, let's say, mathematics education. But, ow. We should maybe eat a food here. But here's the thing about advanced math, and those of you in the audience who are familiar with this effect can verify for those in the audience who do not believe it exists. The more math you learn, maybe a better way to put it is your brain has limited space for math in it. And as you learn advanced math, you start to get worse at the other stuff, the less advanced math. And at some point in a multivariable calculus exam, you're going to write down 3 minus 2 equals 5 and get a question wrong because of it. And your teacher's going to underline it and go, hey, I get it, but you gotta be more careful. Do I want to even put up parting gifts? I don't think so, because it looks like the Floriconda's not going to be able to get adjacent to the enemies. I am going to put down Creeping Death and hope that it just grows into them. Let's get a Spitter out here. Let's really stack up the damage from people who aren't me. And then do I want to... Can I pull an Elemental Spirit? I can pull an Elemental Spirit off the Creeper. That is great. Who doesn't love a good friendly Mud Spirit? Okay, now I think we're in a place where we can just go back to shooting at this dude. So my point is, when I say that plus 50% equals double, I want you to understand that that's not a sign of my obvious ignorance, but rather a sign of my very high level of mathematics understanding. Here's the thing about all my weaknesses. Actually, they're strengths. Okay, that's a lot of fire. That's kind of it's kind of a lot of stuff happening right now. Do I want to start spell shaping? We don't really have the stamina to cast spells anyway, I guess. Or the energy, rather. So I guess let's just shoot at these dudes. Does it cost... It costs a pretty small amount of energy to pulse spirits. We could probably... Yeah, nothing here is particularly fire resistant. Let's just pull an elemental spirit out of the fire. And then... Oh, also I've got blazing hands. I guess that's a thing that ember spirits do? I did not realize. That's pretty cool, actually. Worth remembering. What are we fighting? Nothing. Nothing's taken any damage. My concern is that the Batusai is maybe more dangerous than the other enemies, although that's not necessarily based on anything. I just feel like it might be. I'll say this, really good at parrying. I might even go so far as to say exceedingly good. Too good at parrying. Hey, bad news for you. That's a pretty good amount of damage you get out of that Thorn Explosion. Alright, obviously we want to finish exploring this floor pretty badly because there's food everywhere. So some of the items we're picking up are dream items that will disappear when we leave the dream. I believe that there's no such thing as dream food. There are dream potions, but any food we pick up is real food that we are taking home with us. Alright, I think that's pretty good. We have done our work here. 4 floors, I believe? I'm not necessarily thinking that we need to explore too much here. Let's have a little bit of a look around, get a sense of how tough the floor is. So we're seeing enemies that are rated as average relative to us. Ow. I am taking more damage than I'm used to. There we go. Get him with the water attack. We are consistently running into trouble when I have to do my own fighting. Really wish that my pets were more on top of this. Ooh, a vertigrizzly. I'm not sure if we can... We're allowed to leave the item dream, right? I'm going to try to capture this thing. I think we're allowed to leave the item dream. Now I'm worried. I can't remember, because the rules for different kinds of things are different. We're not allowed to leave job trials and then come back. We're not allowed to leave the nightmare and then come back, I'm pretty sure. But I think we can go out of an item dream and come back. If we can't, it'll tell me, I bet, when I press the portal button. It'll warn me. Wow, never mind. Apparently it won't be an issue. My pets went completely nuts on that dude. There's a lot of Floricondas running around, though, which makes me hopeful that we will see more vertigrizzlies. Ooh, except not that one, obviously, since he is not capturable. That's kind of a problem, him being immune to fire. Am I allowed to call spirits out of... Okay, so we can call a mud spirit out of the vines. He's very resistant to acid, but I like the mud spirit's expanding death thing that it does. The spitting plant, I believe, does physical damage. And then... we're out of echoes, so I guess creeping death is probably not super good here. Yeah, I guess let's just shoot at him. How about some shadow? Boy, he's really not taking very much damage, is he? To be fair, I think my good pet is mostly ignoring him. Okay, yeah, as soon as we're all on the same page, all of a sudden everything makes sense. Okay, you're friendly, so I guess let's just... Whoa! That is a really fast snake, what the hell? Who could possibly be prepared for a snake of this magnitude? Oh, these are not friendly thorns. I'm so used to our Floriconda dropping thorns on the ground that I just assumed those were mine. Let's just eat something. Sorry, I should come in through the snack bag. Yeah, let's just eat something rather than using the dream brews, just in case we get into trouble on the next floor. Let's say a fruit bowl. Fruit bowl's fine. We have a ton of fruit. I should probably do some cooking. I feel like there's kind of a lot of, like, off-camera nonsense that needs to happen over the course of a Tangledeep playthrough, where we just sit around the campfire and sell goods to the merchants and stuff. I'd really love to grab that energy pickup if we could get there. Yes, okay, cool. I don't remember exactly how many turns they last on the ground. It is certainly not infinite. Didn't I say I wasn't even going to bother exploring the whole floor? I mean, it's good. Like, we're getting good XP and job points since these are appropriate level monsters. I should probably just go ahead and do the whole thing. Let's set you on fire. So the evocations have a range of 4, while our staff has a range of 3. Also, I was talking about how, you know, it's kind of a bummer that we have to pay job points to get the extra skill mod chance. But we are making way more job points than we spent to come in here. We will definitely be able to work up some more weapon mastery. I should probably put Force Blast on the bar. You know what? I think I am just gonna pull Summon Shadow Beast guy off the summon bar, because we're gonna use our charges for Reverberate and Elemental Spirit all the time. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to keep the extra thing on there, and we certainly need the space. Boy, he's actually he's taking some real damage here. He is finding himself in trouble. Our poor watery friend. Every time I look at him, I can't help but think of the, Here's the thing that's going to tell y'all how old I am. I can't help but think of the illustration in the AD&D First Edition Monster Manual for the Water Weird. I always thought a Water Weird was such a cool creature. In my defense, and I'm speaking here about my defense against being thought of as kind of old, I was very young when I saw that book. Also, it was not terribly new at the time, I don't think. I don't actually know what the publication date is on a D&D book that old. So, this is a prism pudding. They found us a gelatinous pyramid. We're getting kind of surrounded here. I might go ahead and throw out a speculative creeping death and just hope that it grows into the right place. This seems like a thing I should move out of. Okay, so that was a big blast of water damage. Obviously, not a problem for my water spirit. This guy, on the other hand, is not actually immune to water damage, so he's going to get blown up real soon. This might be a good time for a friendly Mudman. And then, let's put Line Spell Shape back on, and... Oh, you're friendly. I didn't need to Line Spell Shape. So yeah, you can see how the Creeping Death manifests and grows outward and becomes a problem for all nearby enemies. Except, of course, the ones who are immune to poison damage. Who are a little bit less bothered by it. Still, though, I do think it's one of the best AoE spells in the game. It takes a little while to really do its magic, and I guess there's something to be said about the value of a spell that is just immediately functional. Can't apparently quite get a line of sight on him. Ah, you know what? It's fine. Pets have got it under control. Demodre Raldil, Illusionist and Hauler. I'm not sure what Hauler does. Obviously, what Illusionist does is pretty clear here. And none of these are the real guy, I think, due to all of the vulnerability. Well, let's try to pop some of the nearby normal enemies first. We lost our pet. I'm gonna go ahead and Creeping Death here. Creeping Death is a good way of controlling a bunch of illusions. There we go, that's the real dude. So he's immune to shadow and very resistant to everything else. That's a real shame. He's gonna be kind of a pain in the ass to fight. Alright, Floriconda is gonna blow up probably soon. So let's at least get something out of it when it happens. Am I allowed to Thorn Splosion off the Creeping Death? I am not. I can do it off my pet. And I bet doing it here would cause him to deal a ton of fire damage. But the real guy is all the way over there. It's not actually worth doing. We should probably just move in the direction of the real guy. I would love to get into a position here where I can actually fight him. So probably what we want to do is hit him with the acid. Ooh. Pet's in a little bit of trouble. Let's see if we can save him. This guy's still very, very high health. I don't really want to... Oh, and we're out of energy. Okay, let's eat some food. Let's eat some energy food. Just increase the amount of... Sorry, that's a bad way to do this. Try to increase the amount of regen our poor pet is receiving. Actually, if I take this, he'll get some percentage of this heal. The thing is, I need energy. So, one problem at a time. There we go. That's an instant heal. And the enemy chose not to attack that turn, which is awfully nice of them. Do that to distract you. Okay, we've got time. Our friend here is going to be okay. Unfortunately, this thing can summon a lot of enemies very, very quickly. But I'm not really sure what the best way forward is. It's probably just hit him. Like, I just want to get in range to shoot him. Our pet is doing an okay job of controlling the rest of these dudes. That's a really annoying thing for you to do. I'm hoping that they're not going to all turn on me simultaneously, because that could get real awkward. Oh, that's definitely Creeping Death. This is a real good time for a Creeping Death. Also, a Floricondo that we cannot summon. Okay, here we go. We're getting some... Damn it. The cowardice. The non-stop cowardice on the part of these enemies. It does seem like they never want to attack me under any circumstances, which is kind of a weird thing. I mean, I'll take it. I'm not upset about it. It actually kind of seems like they don't fight very much. And he is very adept at running away. Oh my god, the fleeing. Especially annoying is the thing where he makes a bunch of copies while simultaneously moving backwards. Please just die. Jesus. That wasn't like a dangerous fight in any way. It was just really annoying. Alright. Now we can re-Akonda. Healing effects are doubled. You know what? Let's stand in the healing effects are doubled thing for a second here and take a hit off our flask. Alright, like I was saying, I believe that it said it was 4 floors. This might be the last one. I definitely think that if we see stairs, we should just go up them immediately. Yep. Grab that and then get out of here. Oh, a Nightmare Prince lurks on a nearby floor. Let's not do the Nightmare Prince thing right now. Let's just get our item back. Interesting that this floor says that it's difficulty impossible. Hold on a second. Because the menu said that the top floor of this dungeon would be very hard. Is it possible that the Memory King's actually on this floor? And that floor exists solely as a way to get you the nightmare thing if you want the nightmare thing? I would not think that that would be how this would work. In fact, what I mean is, I'm pretty sure that's not how this works. You know what, our pet's probably dead. I probably can't save him. I guess, let's hit this and we'll take a mint... No, wait, we'll take a dream mint brew. Just give him a little bit of an immediate boost. Nope, he's still got. Yeah, this is proving to be a little bit on the challenging side. And our Floriconda is already basically dead. I was kind of hoping to lure this thing out of the explosion crystal. You are not resistant to fire or acid, which feels like an oversight on your part. Really bad strategy. The Omega Destroyer. He does seem very hard. It seems like he might be very hard. I'm going to go ahead and... We're going to go back and get our pet. Using a Floricondo to distract the enemy until we can leave. Okay. Yeah, everything's fine. Please let me buddy up with my dude. My horrible, ugly waterman. He doesn't look that ugly to me, but what do I know? Should also... I was gonna say we should buy stuff from the merchants, but we probably have already bought all the interesting stuff from them. I guess we'll take some fish. But yeah, mostly what I was looking for was energy food. Hey, so we can just eat some whatever here. How about a fruit bowl? I don't really have all that much prepared food. Okay, let's cook a little bit then. Wow, we have a lot of stuff here. Let's make some fish. So this is an emergency food. We definitely wanted to have extra emergency stuff on it. Alright, that is going to give you an awful lot of health. And then... I mean, I kind of want to just keep making fish and chips. I was thinking about making some makizushi as well, but... Given the balance of our fish to grain... Maybe we'll just make a bunch of this. This is a really good food to have around. It restores so much health. Alright, and then... Maybe some nutmeg. Okay, now we have a ton of fish and chips. Nutmeg fish and chips. What could be more delicious? Elemental damage up by 15%. Let's go, like... Let's make a couple of star anise ice cream sundaes. All of the food in the game just sounds so delicious. I don't know. Some people probably like the taste of anise? Anise? I don't know. I sure as hell don't, though. Boy, oh boy, do I not. And then we'll make a couple more of these things, but with, let's see, so when we use these, it's usually because we want food, but we want health, but also we want resources for casting spells. So, you know what? Actually, let's just go ahead and use all of this particular seasoning that we have. Okay. And then I'll just make some garbage fruit bowls for, you know, just restoring health while we're running around. Fortunately, they make it real easy to just mash this button. And then, I don't know, maybe we can just stop there for right now. I will do some of this too. Okay, for situations where I don't really want to spend a whole fish and chips. And then we just eat a fruit bowl and get back to it. It is a shame that the Floricondo doesn't share any of your healing. Alright, let's make some stuff happen here. He is very resistant to poison, which is annoying. And of course not resistant at all to the only damage type we don't really have access to. Well, I guess let's set him on fire. He's made of metal, so of course a fire will be effective. And then... Yeah, reduced accuracy, that sounds alright. He's doing some okay damage. It would be better if he wasn't. Okay. You ever notice that whenever we kill a Shadow Grasp enemy, the loot always jumps out in such a way that it's very focused on the spaces that still have Shadow Grasp on them? It's a frustrating loot magnetic effect. It does not make it... I wish that the your pet gained a level line of text told you what level he went up to. It doesn't matter a huge amount, but I am curious, and I don't know if there's a good way to... I don't think there's any way at all to check out here. Obviously, we could check him at the corral. Well, alright. It turns out the next level up is the correct one. I really thought I remembered the dialogue when we were entering the weapon saying that the top level was rated very hard for us, not impossible. The thing about stuff that's impossible is that you can't do it. Alright, well, we'll just hope that they're, being artful. We'll also hope that we find our Memory King quickly. Alright, so that's not a huge amount of damage. Hey guys, you maybe want to, step forward and do some fighting on my behalf? Does that sound okay to you? Let's call up a Mud Elemental. Let's hit the parting gifts. My suspicion is we're going to see some of our pets die here. Yeah, like that right there. Like the way that one died. I'll say this. These enemies are, really tough. Geez. Let's... Creeping Death? Okay, so he's very resistant to fire, but everything else is okay, not great. Let's put this down here just to be a distraction. Seems like there's a huge number of war hornets. We can never kill all of the war hornets. Let us spell shape line acid evocation. Apparently I can't hit that guy. Well, if that's the case, then there's no sense in doing this as a line. We'll just acid invocate him by himself. He is not taking any meaningful damage. Also, my acid invocation didn't do anything. Was I stunned? I don't think so. Okay, dude hits pretty hard. Well, we can back up and make him step on this. I'm going to go ahead and eat one of those ice cream sundaes, I think, at this point. What did he just melee me for? 238. That's too much. That's too much for me to just stand and take it. We could Spirit Walk. Yeah, so I'm invisible. That makes him want to move away, and then we drop... See, I don't have enough echoes. I'd have to go grab an echo. So I don't really have a pet that I could summon to serve as a blocker. Next turn, I'll be able to make a Floriconda. I think that's got to be the plan, is just, hit him once and hope he doesn't turn around. Then we drop the Floriconda, and we have our pets tank him while we continue to do damage and reapply the acid debuff whenever we can. Alright, we got him. I forgot to reapply the parting gifts on the Floriconda. It's possible that explosion would have been lethal. Alright, so he's standing on the thorns and also on fire. Whew, okay, we're getting through it. Kind of, slowly, sort of. God, I hope we find that Memory King quickly. I really want to get this upgrade and get out of here. And I think we may hold off. Ah, here's why there are so many War Hornets, because they're being actively spawned. Let us... I mean, is there a reason to not just attack this thing physically over and over again? Let's put down a spitting plant. Hey, my pets, what the hell are you guys doing? Follow me very closely. I don't know why they're both all the way over there. I'm getting a little confused here because I'm seeing them hit me and the number that pops up is 0 or 10 because it's showing me that damage and not this damage. So it feels like I'm a lot safer than I actually am. And I'm going to become invisible briefly while we heal up. Nice of you to join us. Let's eat another ice cream sundae. This could probably be a normal one. See, I don't want to push him. Or rather, I don't want to push right anymore because he won't move. I'll just trade spaces with him, and I don't want to do that. Let's square shape ourselves up a shadow invocation. Yeah, man, it's just really, it's putting out way too many of these guys. Murder their defenses. Do some of this. How does a nest parry? How does that even happen? Okay, I'm gonna spirit walk again. Sorry there, buddy. Good luck with all the monsters. And let's eat some emergency food. Never mind, I can't eat anything. Let's eat some emergency mint brew. Just that I don't die to the poison. I'm still taking a huge amount of damage here. I forgot that using an item makes you not invisible anymore. So we're going to pour it out. I'm going to hit... I mean, I was about to say I'm going to hit a scroll of poison protection, but actually it probably won't matter very much. The damage we're taking from the poison is almost completely irrelevant. We have our flask up. I mean, I can't really do anything here. We just have to back off until stuff is no longer afflicting us. And I'm going to go ahead and eat one of our fast healing foods because I'm hoping we can keep our pet alive for just even a couple more turns so that he can do some more damage here. Okay, yeah, that was basically what I said. Let's turn off square and just try to burn these guys down. Okay, you're already dead. It sure would be nice if my pets had any interest in, like, fighting consistently. Okay. Nice of you to show up. Welcome to the battle. Alright, I'm just gonna spirit walk myself out of this situation. Yeah, war hornets are too tough for there to be a thing that can spawn them at the rate that they get spawned in here. Hey, we have to go back. There's not really any two ways about this. I need my my corral pet again. Yeah, like that. It seemed like that nest was producing one every like 2 or 3 turns, maybe. And given the amount of damage that they both deal and absorb, that seems a very silly pace to me. How on earth are you supposed to do that? I'm just gonna preemptive parting gifts now. Something tells me that that Floriconda might not survive all that long. These guys are both still at full health, Jesus. Oh, I am in fact out of energy. Solid explosion. Get hit for 219. Is that really another one? Man. Okay. Oh, because there's another nest immediately. That's not something we can actually deal with. No, don't move the apple. I want to eat an ice cream sundae quickly while being stung by bees. You know, the way people usually do. There's a tree frog, a bandit wrangler. We can't do anything at all if we can't get through to that. But we can't get through to that. This is a situation, I think, that calls for some amount of area effect stuff. Let's get this out. We just gotta try to cut these dudes down. Do we even want to summon... I'm gonna go ahead and summon the Floriconda. partially as a way of just buying time for the rest of us, but it does not feel like it's going to get a lot accomplished. Okay, please tell me the creeping death is going to spread far enough to actually hit the hive. Okay. So just us and the hive for a moment here. I should probably actually let's spell shift a materialize and let's drop a damage zone underneath it too. Alright, try to get as many damage over time effects ticking here as possible so that we have some chance of keeping this thing low while fighting all of the other enemies that we do have to fight. Water Spirit, help me! He's just gonna sit there and watch. That's very annoying. Why was he not participating in the battle? Square me. Start a big fire. That's not even actually that much stamina, even with both of the spell shift and the spell shape active. It's still pretty doable. And keep in mind, part of the reason that this is difficult is because of the fact that we do not have our good staff. There had better not be another damn nest in this next room. Although I say that knowing that there must be, right? Because how else would there be another hornet just appearing in front of me? Okay, apparently we're going to have to spirit walk to not get murdered. Okay, so somewhere there's a champion. Could be the Memory King. Not impossible. Alright, my pet is, for some reason, not fighting the enemies. It's just gonna stand in that blade until he dies. Come on. Okay. Maybe it was just a residual hornet. Okay, we finally found the damn Memory King. I will be right back to deal with you. You know, I knew this wasn't going to be easy. It has been harder than I was expecting. Fortunately, money is infinite. Is there any other prep I want to do before we go back in? I don't think so. Alright, I think I want to summon the Floriconda after we engage. Because I want there to be at least a small chance of it not instantly dying. That's an impossible spectral crab, which, I mean, that's just true of spectral crabs. There cannot be such a thing. Explosive Conjurer Barrier Life Sap. I don't think I've ever seen Life Sap before. And here there's some ghostly aura just floating around. Well, I mean, obviously I want to try to get a creeping death going. Like right here seems pretty good. And now that a lot of the enemies have taken up targets, let's do this. Never mind, I was going to say let's bring in some spirits, but we do not have the resources to do that thing. Okay, let me see here. We need to figure out what exactly this mist is doing. Unfortunately, the log doesn't go back far enough to even see the beginning of the turn, so I have no idea. I'm going to step back so you are in harm's way. Sorry about this, buddy. Definitely parting gifts. He's at 96%. We've done no damage to him. And then we gotta eat, right? This is a must-eat kind of situation. And I think here I want to go for fish and chips. One of those really big, fancy foods that we just made. Okay. Interesting that the parting gifts affects the... I guess they are summons, right? The bone crabs. Our creeping death has not expanded out into the boss's space yet, which is a real shame that I'm hoping will be corrected soon. And do I want to do the big cast here? Do I want to make this not a square before I put the materialize down? No, I think let's just do it like this. It'll help me deal with his summons as well. Alright, his barrier is not on the sides anymore. going to hit him with the acid. Let's turn off some of this stuff. We'll hit him with the acid to drop his physical defenses, and then we just gotta make this happen. I'm full for 15 more turns. Try to keep myself and my pet as healthy as possible, because this is going to be kind of a dangerous one. Alright, he's dropped some bombs. I really wish I had a better way of dealing damage here. Still have our explosion ticking away. What I need is a vine. I need a vine to spawn. Boy, he sure is good at parrying all of my attacks all the time. Let's Spirit Walk. Okay, my attacks can only harm the Spectre as long as I am standing in that zone. Alright, let's take a moment here and try to reassemble ourselves. Remember, if we port out to resummon our pet, we lose all the damage we've done. And while that is basically 0, it's not actually 0, and I'm a little reluctant to drop it all. So let's try to get this done, the rest of this, without heading back. I think we'll go for... It's probably an ice cream sundae situation. Ow. Okay. Not regenerating my energy quite quickly enough. Okay, and he's not actually going to come over here. He's just going to endlessly spawn enemies to come at us. Well, we may as well get ourselves back to pretty much full. Wait for the debuff to go away. Wait for the frog to go away, because it seems like it doesn't see me. Okay. Here's an opportunity. He's right on top of me, so we'll just creeping death him right there. He's going to end up taking full damage from that. We'll turn Materialize back on. And Materialize him some... I guess I could turn Penetration on, too. Oh, but those are both shifts. I can only have one active at a time. Alright. Let's start a fire underneath him. So now he's taking lots of damage from the tile he's in. Hopefully his barrier will not affect it. Do I want to... Let's turn off Materialize, and then I'm going to step to the side here so that we're no longer directly in his barrier space. We're going to summon a Floriconda right there. Mostly for the purpose of making it so the fungal toads have fewer spaces they can stand in to attack me. I'm going to set up Parting Gift, because it's a way to use my stamina to deal magic damage. And we're going to do that so I don't get blown up. We're really not doing a lot of damage to this guy. I'm going to Spirit Walk. Okay, he'll just stand on... If he can't see me to engage in combat behaviors, he will just stand on a materialized spell effect. That's good information. Let us... Maybe do a cheese flan? There's not a lot of situations where I want non-healing food. So I think it's important to take advantage of them when you find them. I want to summon a fresh Floriconda. So I think what I'm going to do here is just kind of wait for these guys to go away. Alright, despawn already. As long as some of the fungal toads can see us, I guess all of the fungal toads can see us. That's very annoying. So what we really want to do here is get rid of these frogs before new frogs are summoned. Okay. Then we just sit around here and wait. You back. Alright, come on. We can totally do this. Materializes off. I just want to start a fire in his face. And then, at the risk of putting myself in a very dangerous position here, we just got to get more damage in, right? Do I want to materialize acid on him and then spirit walk away? It does feel a little cheesy. Oh, I don't have any energy. Well, never mind then. So this is definitely a situation where we gotta go... Really? Hold on a second. How much damage did I just take there? So it doesn't even scroll up to the beginning of me taking damage. 155 plus 338 plus 113 plus 4 plus 103 plus 98. This game has a serious problem with burst damage. Alright, well that's incredibly frustrating. I think in order to survive that, we would have had to have Spirit Walked again, but Spirit Walk wouldn't have actually saved us there by itself. We would have had to Spirit Walk to move over to a situation where we could see through the bottleneck, like over here, and then we would have had to teleport out because the summoned monsters were standing across the entrance to the thing, which is why I triggered Parting Gifts, because I was hoping that our Floriconda would blow up and exit for us. Also, I'm a little... Maybe I'm misremembering, but I was pretty sure that we were told the highest floor in this item dream was very hard and not impossible relative to our strength. I wouldn't have gone in if it had said impossible, I think. So if it is in fact the case that the game just straight up lied to me about that, I'm very annoyed by that too. Alright. Nothing for it, but dust ourselves off and get back in here and try again. There are certainly some other classes, some other strategies we can attempt. So, come back next time, which I guess is later today. Listen, I made an announcement on the channel. There have been some scheduling irregularities due to some stuff happening at the house. I'm trying to catch back up. I don't know exactly when the next episode will be. Later today or tomorrow, sometime soon. Come back then. We're gonna try something new. And we'll see you then.